watching from, but wherever you're watching from, I greet you according to your time. Uh, Me, when I'm where I'm recording from, it's very cold. It's very cold out here. Yeah, the winter season is here, and there's not much we can do about it. But we just have to keep on pushing. Now, uh, before I continue this, kindly have a look at this. Welcome back to my channel, Godmill TV. Just like you've seen, please can you please subscribe? I beg you, yeah, please just subscribe. And I also want to say I appreciate and thank everyone that has been supporting us all this while through your subscriptions, through your comments, through your shares, through anything that you've done possible to support this channel. Um I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. It's because of you guys that this channel has reached this so far. It's been a short period, but have over 100 videos, and also the supporter base. It's over 3,000 now. That's not bad. We use just about few months to get this done, and I actually want to appreciate everyone out there who has taken his time to you know to subscribe. Now, with that much ado, I would like to go straight to the topic of today, which is Orania. I don't know if you've heard about a town or a country called Orania before. I don't know where you stay in. I don't know where you live in. Either in Europe, America, Africa, Asia, or wherever you are in the Emirates, if you've heard about Orania before. Now, there is a lot of history if we speak about South Africa. South Africa has a historical background starting from the apartheid era until this day. South Africa is noted for so many things. It's noted for high crimes, xenophobia, uh, and many other things. Aside that, we also have the good parts of South Africa. It is one of the most beautiful countries in Africa, if I will not lie. Have one of the best roads, one of the most beautiful towns, such as Cape Town, such as Newcastle, Durban. As for Cape Town, when you go, you wouldn't believe this is Africa. You would think you're somewhere else. Very clean, beautiful skyscrapers. And it's having beautiful adventures or places for adventure. It's just a place to be. If you've never been to Cape Town, then it's time for you just to take a trip to Cape Town and see. You won't believe you are in Africa. It's a nice place to be. But well, that is not what I want to discuss today. I want to discuss Orania. Now, we know that Lesotho is a country that lives in South Africa. It is surrounded by South Africa, but Lesotho is a country on its own. If you want to go to Lesotho, you need a visa. You've got to get a passport, a visa before you can go to Lesotho. You know, you can't just drive into Lesotho. But Orania, you can drive into Orania. Orania, it's in South Africa. Just like Lesotho, Orania is located in the northern Cape of South Africa. Why Orania? It's because they operate differently from South Africa. Orania has its own presidency or its own presidents. You know, they have their own legislature, they have all their own political system there in Orania. Everything they do, it's not constituted in within the constitutions of South Africa. They have their own constitutions that governs them. They have their own political system, their own administration. that they run in Orania. Now, the only reason I don't know if to consider Orania as a country is because you don't need a visa to go into Orania. You can drive into Orania, but I can assure you, you cannot enter Orania without being properly searched and scrutinized. You just don't go there. People drive in, day out to work in Orania because they have their own industry. You can go and work and come out. People visit friends and families and go back. But to live and settle in Orania, you need a thorough scrutiny, a thorough permission before you can live in Orania. I don't know if you know much about this. There are a lot of people that lives in South Africa themselves that are not aware of Orania. If I ask if most South Africans know the currency that is spent in Orania, they don't know. They don't know that that is existing. You know, in Orania, they spell the aura. They have from 10 aura, 20 aura, 100 aura, 50 aura, They have their own currency, but they are in South Africa. Orana is a white dominated environment, it's a white settlement. You find mostly only white people living in there. Now, this movement was started by only one person who settled there. It was an abandoned area, and this man went to settle there and started his own life. And then other Afrikaners were beginning to join them. As they begin to join him, it grew into a community, and now it's I don't know if to call it a town or a country. I would call it a country because the only difference there is you don't need a visa to go to Orania. But for you to live in Orania, you go through all the scrutinizations just as you would do at the airport only to enter any country of your choice. You know. So Orania have their own president. Orania has their own currency. Orania have their own industry. Orania has their own flag. They don't go by South African flag. The only thing I'm not so sure that I can point out in this video is if they have their own anthem. That's the only thing. But they have their own totem. They have their own totem. I can't just confirm now if they have their own anthem, but I'm going to dig that out if they have their own anthem. It's just a population between 1,600 to 2,000 people. But from what I've gathered, it's a very beautiful environment and a nice place to live. And what is most unique about Orania is security is very high. It's a place you don't have to be worried of crime. You don't have to be worried of any form of, murder, stealing, theft. That is why if you go to Orania, they don't even have fences around their house, their homes. It's just a beautiful place that it's being led by their own appointees who are administrators in there. Now, the biggest question is if it's time for election, do they vote as South Africans? That I'm not so sure of, which would also try to find out. But if they have their own political system, I don't see them being interested in voting any other political party into power in South Africa because they virtually have nothing to do with South Africa, you know. So, in my next video, I'm going to take a tour to Orania where we would make proper video, take pictures of Orania itself, live video, and show you how Orania looks like. On this note, I would like to ask for your favor again. If you don't mind, just click that. You see the subscriber button. If you can't find it, just look down there, press it, just softly, and then you get subscribed. I'll bring you more news on Orania and other interesting things within Africa and out of Africa. Anytime something new comes up, you will be the first to get noticed. So please subscribe. If you have already subscribed, please share this video. If you have already shared this video, please put nice comment. If you have anything you know about Orania, can you share it down in the comment section there? Till I come your way again, please, it has always been Godmill TV. Thank you for watching.